Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Soph, and on this channel we pretty much just talk about books. For today's video, I am going to be doing my very loose, again, March TBR, better late than never. That's what I think anyway. As I am filming this, at this moment, I am in a little bit of a reading slump, and so picking these books was really hard, first of all, because I'm just not in the mood to really read anything, and I am a big mood reader, so being in a reading slump makes it really hard to pick books. But I've picked a few that I've kind of had my eye on for a little bit and I would maybe like to get read this month, but they will probably change. There's probably other books that I really want to read, and there is probably ones that I've not even thought about. So without further ado, let's just get right on into it. So I'll start off with my friendship group's book club book of the month, which is Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. This has been everywhere. I'm sure everyone knows what this is, but basically it's a murder mystery surrounding a retirement village, which I think is such a fun concept. I love the idea of all these like grannies and grandpas solving murders, and basically what I have gathered from the back is that they host a little club on a Thursday where they solve or try to solve unsolved murder cases. But then there happens to be a real one that happens on their doorstep, and I believe they just like try to solve it. There is another 2 books, I think, following these characters, but I am not entirely sure. I have seen nothing but good reviews about this book, so I am quite intrigued about it, to be honest. I wasn't going to pick it up like ever, but like I said, it's our book club book pick of the month. I just kind of follow what everyone else wants to read, but I am actually quite excited to read that one. Then we have Heartless by Elsie Silver. Last month I read Flawless. Absolutely loved it. Cannot get enough of cowboy romances now. So this one follows one of the brothers from that book. So they are a series, but they are also standalone. They just follow characters from the same story. And this follows the older brother of the brother that was in book 1. And it's a single dad romance between him and his son's nanny. I think that sounds good. I can't say I've read I've never read a single dad romance. I believe he's the grumpiest of the Grumpy and Sunshine. So I am very much looking forward to this, and also just to see like some of the characters from the first book. I want to see how they're doing, you know? But yeah, I really loved the first one and I now have the whole series. Then I have Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayra. I'm really not sure how you pronounce her last name. I tried to read this book, as in like listening to it, but I couldn't get on with the narrator. But while I was listening to it, I was thinking, this is definitely going to be a book that I enjoy. I just got a good vibe from it, like straight off the bat. I just could not get on with the narrator. So when I saw it physically, I was like, yes, let me have you. This follows a girl who is assistant to the villain and her kind of putting up with all the dark things that revolves around that. It says here, with her ailing father and younger sister to support, Evie Sage's employment status isn't just important, it's vital. So when a mishap with Renee Dawn's most infamous villain results in a job offer, naturally she says yes. No job is perfect, of course, but even less so when you develop a teeny crush on your terrifying, temperamental and undeniably hot boss. Don't find Evil so attractive, Evie. But just when she's getting used to severed heads suspended from the ceiling and the odd squish of an errant eyeball beneath her heel, Evie suspects this dungeon has a huge rat, and not just the literal kind, because something rotten is growing in the kingdom of Renadorn, and someone wants to take the villain and his entire nefarious empire out. Now Evie must not only resist drooling over her boss, but also figure out who exactly is sabotaging his work and ensure he makes them pay. After all, a good job is hard to find. Doesn't that sound so fun? And also, this one is sprayed pink because it was part of the Asda's Tickled Pink range promo thing, and yeah, I am just really excited for that. And it's not even that long, really, but the font is tiny. It's just a shame that I didn't get on with the audiobook. I feel like it would have been a really fun audiobook to listen to. Then we have a book that has been on my shelves for so long, and every now and then I put it on my TBR and I don't get to it, but I've heard nothing but good things about it and I need to, and that is Fortuna Sworn by KJ Sutton. If you watch Becca in the Books, she's actually friends with KJ now, but she loves these books, and when I hear her talking about them, I just want to read it. This follows a nightmare who is the last of her kind, and her brother disappears, leaving her with no family. And while she hides amongst the humans, she's spending her days working at a bar and her nights searching for her brother. And then she catches the eye of a powerful fairy who makes a deal with her, like he offers to find her brother. She bargains with the fairy to find her brother, but it also, she like basically bargains her life, and it just goes on from there. And it's like, I don't know how many books now, but there's at least 4, I'm pretty sure. And apparently the romance just gets better and better and better, so I'm very excited to read that. And then last in my physical pile here, we have Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. I don't know if I will get to this one, but this is basically so whimsical that I need to know if whimsy is my vibe. I can't say that I read any whimsical fantasy, so to be honest, I just want to read it to see if it's something that I am interested in, because the people who do like whimsical stuff have loved this book. The people who don't have not so much loved this book. So I just want to know where I sit on those vibes. But it basically follows Emily Wilde studying fairies, and she's on a trail of a mystery, and it has a bit of romance. So yeah, I think, to be fair, I think I will like it. It will probably be nice to read a fantasy that isn't so like heavy on the brain. I hope I like it. I hope that's a new type of genre that I like. I also want to start my reread of From Blood and Ash, because I read the original 3 books when they were the only ones that were out, and since then like 5 books have come out and I need to catch up, but I can't remember what happened. Like, I can remember some parts, obviously, it's like one of my favorite series, but I cannot remember everything. And everyone has them on audiobook, so I just feel like that's probably the way to go. I did want to annotate, but I don't think I'm going to do that if I'm listening to the audiobook, because I listen to audiobooks quite fast and I'd have to keep pausing, highlighting, etc. And it's just going to take too long, unless I just tab, but I'm not sure. But I do want to start my From Blood and Ash reread some point soon. And I also really need to get Powerless read. It's been on my TBR for the last 3 months now. And every time I get done with all the books I want to read for the month, and then I look at it and I'm like, not yet. But again, everyone has the audiobook for it, so I think I would like to pick that up this month. Fingers crossed. Like I said, these can definitely change. My mood on reading changes all the time, especially if I find a book on Kindle Unlimited and I end up getting like taken away with that, which is quite possible because I have just reinstated my subscription and I have a bunch of books on there ready to be read. So we shall see how it goes. But this is my rough TBR for the month. And I still have all these books behind me, which 80% have not been read. So there is a lot of room for movement on these. So yeah, but that's the rough one. We have Assistant to the Villain, Heartless, Thursday Murder Club, Fortuna Sworn, and Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia. So yeah. Let me know what you are reading this month, and if you, I mean, I'm a little bit late uploading this, so we're kind of like almost all weekends. If you have read anything, let me know what you thought of it and what your reading plans are for the month. Are you mood reading like me? Do you have a set TBR? Are you joining any readathons? Because I know Realmathon's on right now. Let me know what you were doing. I would love to hear. If you like this video, please give us a big thumbs up. It really, really helps. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you go so you don't miss the next video. Bye guys!